I didn't post anything last week, and that was because I was sick. Now I know what most of you are gonna say, Tanu, we've been new, girl, that you're sick. And all I have to say about that is you're right. But this time I was literally sick. That resulted me into skipping school for a literal week. We'll get more into details a little later on, but for now, let's get started with the study with me part. So yes, basically, like I said, I literally missed 5 days worth of school, which is honestly, it's a lot. And of course, I was overwhelmed by the work that I have to do. And that's why the first thing I did was write everything down so that I know exactly how much work I'm really dealing with. Turns out it was a lot. So first things first, I divided it into 2 bite-sized pieces so that I can consume it all together over a period of 1 weekend, because then I had to start school from coming Monday. And that started my productive weekend. So while you're watching me literally solve a 32 long page MCQ worksheet, physics by the way, let me explain what exactly had happened to me in the time that I was sick. The symptoms started to show on Sunday night when there was this little ache starting to form at the back of my throat whenever I swallowed. Sick, didn't really think anything about it, went to sleep. On Sunday, when I woke up, let's just say things had escalated a little too much overnight because I literally couldn't even drink water without wincing because it was paining so much. Turns out I had developed a throat infection. Cool. So you know what my parents said? Let's go to the doctors. But the thing was, it was a Sunday. And my doctor, he doesn't work on Sundays, which again is kind of weird. Next on my list that I really needed to do was answer this question on Classroom for English. As you can see, a very interesting question we have over there. So I somehow used home remedies such as taking steam, drinking hot water, gargling with salty water, stuff like that to kind of ease the pain so that I don't even have to go to the doctors the next day. But Monday, when I woke up, it was bad. I had a fever. So of course, I ditched school and we went to the doctors instead. Over there, he asked me a bunch of questions like, how bad is it? Whatever, like, do you have cold? And I'm like, a little. Then, are you coughing? No. Stuff like that, And he was like, well, this might be just because of the weather change or because you're overworking yourself, like stress, overwork, huh? Well, I guess we'll never know what the actual real reason was. But anyways, he gave me pills, he gave, all the normal procedure. He was like, don't worry, it's not really something bad, nothing related to big Rona, you know what I mean? And then I came home. However, the recovery process didn't go as smoothly. My cold, it was really, really minimal, but as time went on, it got worse and worse, which is why it triggered a cough. Trust me, because my throat was paining so much, I literally woke up at 3:30 a.m. 3 days in a row because my ears were paining because of that, and then I couldn't really go to sleep early because I was coughing too much because my coughs were getting bad at night. It was not a good time, okay? Literally had no other choice than to just lay in my bed and do nothing. Because I tried reading my physics textbook, I couldn't do it. So yes, there's that. Next up, what I did was I had to answer this history question, but this time just in point-wise, thank God, because AS level history answers are literally 4 pages long and stuff. It's just not a good time. For that day, I also did do my ICT Access basic task. I just did it while I was hanging out with my parents in the living room, so I didn't really film me actually doing it. That is all I did on Saturday. Next day, of course, I had to start again with English because we had a lot of English stuff. Another weird thing that happened was last week, while I was literally sick in bed, I found out that there was this one weird person who was trying to impersonate me on Twitter. Look, this is the 5th time this is happening to me. I don't even care. Literally, the first time someone tried to impersonate me was on Musical.ly. Remember Musical.ly? Yeah, over there. I was in 6th grade back then. So when I say I am completely accustomed to this and how to go about this. I do. Even like in 2018, I think, there was this one dude who made an Instagram account as me. He basically made it seem as if I was in a relationship with him. So when I found out about this Twitter account, I was like, oh, screw this. What is it this time, huh? What's it gonna be this time, right? Bring it on. Yeah, you know, out of all the things that they could have done by literally using my identity, they could have made me look like a superhero, like the best person ever. Instead, they made me look like a stupid homophobe who is also sexist and anti-Semitic. Wow. Really, like literally the worst person you can ever imagine. And then they slapped my face on it. Like, how dare you? Whoever did that, I hate you. I'm not even mad that you used my identity. I'm mad you freaking built such a pathetic personality around my photo. You're the worst. So of course I took matters into my own hand and decided to DM this person. But before they could even reply to me, their account got banned. And that's honestly thanks to you guys, because I put it on Instagram saying that you should report this account, which you guys did. And thank you so much for doing that. But anyways, that's what happened with the Twitter account. It went bye-bye in like 4 hours, 5 hours, so that was nice. Now I know that they used this photo from like my video. It's from the get ready with me thing. But the name, how did they even find out my name? That's my name. My first name, that's correct. Where did you find that? I don't think I've ever talked about my name on this channel. Clearly Dwight's memo wasn't received by everyone on this world.
Identity theft is not a joke, Jim. Millions of families suffer every year.
I can actually think of multiple names how they found out my name. I never really was like subtle about it, nor did I seriously want to ever keep it a secret, but I never outright said it. But yes. 私の名前はTanishkaです。よろしくお願いします。But the only thing that I didn't understand, who in the world is Narang? Because just how easy it is to find my first name, trust me, it's equally as easy, if not easier, to find my last name. Why did they just choose this random name? I would have been honestly less confused if they would have used my complete real name. And I love how the banner says treat people with kindness, and literally most of the tweets were either super sarcastic to the point it was hurting someone or just straight up mean. Hey, Tanu from the future here. Sorry that I forgot to mention that my break was going to end up being 2 weeks, because after being sick for 1 week, I had like other commitment for last week, so I couldn't really post. Either way, this video is like too short for my liking, so let me tell you a school-related story time. So, we had a physics test with 4 questions, and I did it. I did the test, but after class ended, my tab, it was still open. So for fun purposes, I was like, let's just click on the file, which I sent. And that's when I realized that I actually forgot to scan 2 parts of the first question, which, mind you, I had done right. So I didn't want to lose 2 marks because of them. So I unsubmitted that file, rescanned the entire thing, and resent it. And being the nice person that I am, I mentioned that in the private comment to my teacher, telling her that parts E and F of question 1 weren't really there, so I resubmitted the thing. She wrote back saying that like she won't mark them because I failed to submit within class time, which I totally get because like that's fair. But what I thought she was going to do was just ignore those 2 parts and mark the rest of the test. But once I got my test back, I realized she didn't mark the entire thing. So literally my dumbass lost potential 13 marks because I wanted to save my 2 marks. And I don't know why that just made me so mad and so sad at the same time, because I actually did pretty well in that test, and now I just don't have marks for it. Like, what? My brain is like so conflicted because I totally get where she's coming from. Like, if I were a teacher, then I would do the same thing. But at the same time, I deserve those marks. Like, I want them, right? And I don't know, that's like a very weird story time. The moral of the story is, I guess, don't be greedy for 2 marks because you might end up losing 13 of them. Yeah, okay, that's it. Sorry to end this video on a negative note, but until next week, bye. But yes, that's it. And yeah, peace.